you think about sort of the elements here, and I know people talk about this all the time. Hey, it's just a preseason game. And I know we can say that for certain players who we know have locked in those spots. Not only is it quarterback battle and people trying to get that opportunity, but it's also some of these undrafted free agents that are hoping to make a team. Hand it off to our guy, Chris Rose, Hall of Famer Joe Thomas, and the News 5 Cleveland crew for kickoff in Philly. We will see you at the half. Enjoy the first half for gameplay.
Here in Philly, only David Akers has scored more points in team history. Second chance for a lot of these young kids to show they belong on the 53-man roster. Smoking hot day as it has actually been all week for those joint practices here in Philadelphia. Temperature in the upper 80s, feels like the low to mid 90s. We are underway in Philadelphia, and it is taken by Davis. Has a little space to the left. He's going to get past the 30, the 35, and pushed out of bounds right before he gets to the 40. And that's where Dillon Gabriel will lead this Browns offense onto the field. Quarterback Profile brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage, official mortgage partner of the Cleveland Browns. So here comes Gabriel, Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year in his one and only season at Oregon.
A lot of pressure here on him today after what Shedeur Sanders did last week with his great performance. Let's see how he does today handling it.
Pierre Strong, who didn't play last week, is in the backfield to start things off. He'll get the call, get past the 40 and up to the 41. What do you want to see from Gabriel early on?
Yeah, we want to see health and mobility for him coming off that hamstring injury. Mobility is such an important part of what makes him a great quarterback, what gave him great success in college. And so we want to see him fresh. We want to see him running around with no issues in that hamstring so he can show his full set of skills out there for the Browns.
That's Jamari Thrash starting in the backfield and going in motion. So an empty backfield on second for Gabriel. His first toss, he's being pressured and he gets dropped for a sack. Jahad Campbell, the first-round pick, shows you why he's got so much talent for this Vic Fangio defense.
A little bit of confusion there in the Browns' right side of their offensive line. You got your right guard and your right tackle looking out, thinking that they might slide out. Inside linebacker runs right through the middle, and Zach Zinter just a little bit too slow to react. Pressure right up the middle on Gabriel.
Jahad Campbell with certainly a chance to start in this Eagles Super Bowl winning defense. Most of the twos out there against the Browns backups. 3rd and 10. Strong in the backfield. Gabriel to throw again. Waits, throws, delivers to Whiteheart, and that is close to a first down. Blake Whiteheart played last year for the Browns and enough to move the chains.
Gabriel getting a little bit of a pocket here, an opportunity to hang in there longer than you would expect. Able to find his tight end running right across the middle. Got to watch those happy feet. You want to have calm feet in the pocket like we saw from Sanders last week.
Strong remains in the backfield. He'll take a delayed handoff, push forward, and get to the Eagles side of the 50. Time right now to focus in on our position battles. Offensively, it's brought to you by Huntington Bank. Huntington Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Cleveland Browns. And see Cedric Tillman, Deontay Johnson, a couple of guys that have had success at the NFL level, and then a bunch of dudes who are trying to make it on the back end of this roster. You know about Jerry Jeudy, you know about Tillman, you know about Thrash. After that, feels like the room's wide open.
Yeah, it's kind of wide open there because you got a lot of guys with inexperience, some guys who've flashed during camp, some guys who are a bit more speed players like Jamari Thrash, and then you got guys that are trying to fill in there in the slot position.
2nd and 6, Gabriel has some space to his left, and he's going to slide down wisely, of course, nursing that hamstring. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. right in his face. If the name sounds familiar, that's because his pops wore the same number in this city.
Gabriel is able to escape out of the pocket to the left. And I think if that hamstring was healthy, he may have taken off and got that first down, but wisely slides. Maybe he didn't want to push the hamstring too early in this game.
Browns converted earlier on a 3rd down attempt in this drive. 3rd and 5 on the opening drive of the game. That's Thrash in motion. Gabriel with a blitz coming from the Eagles. Throws, connects, and another first down as Thrash moves the chains that way. Nice throw by Gabriel.
Great throw by Gabriel. We talked about in the pregame that we want to see Dylan Gabriel throwing accurate throws to the sideline just like that. Man coverage by the Philadelphia Eagles, and the ball goes up and over the outstretched arms of the Eagles defender in a perfect spot where only his guy can catch it. Excellent throw and catch there by Dylan Gabriel to Jamari Thrash.
Gabriel, an FBS record 63 starts during his 6-year career at Central Florida, Oklahoma, and finally Oregon. Another first down. Amani Marshall, the undrafted rookie free agent out of Appalachian State, who was really impressive in the win over the Panthers, gets the carry. That running backs room is going to be very, very interesting. Dylan Sampson, we're not sure how many snaps he's going to get today. Obviously, Jerome Ford is back for another year, and then after that, could be open at this point.
Yeah, Browns expect Quinshon Judkins to be back in the fold here at some point, adding himself into the mix as a power running back. But this team's really going to lean on their running game and that veteran offensive line if they want to have some great success this season.
2nd and 7 for the Browns. Again, it's Strong trying to bounce outside. Good cut inside the 35. And ends up a couple yards shy of Dory Jackson, the former first-round pick who signed in the offseason, making the stick.
Dwan Jones gets beat a little bit to the inside there, but great job by Pierre Strong. He recognizes that the defensive end gives up contain, so it allows him to bounce the ball to the outside and give us a 3rd and manageable. So important when an offensive lineman misses their block up front that you make something of the play to give yourself a manageable 3rd down.
Call it 3rd and 2 with 3 receivers in the pattern, including Deontay Johnson to the left. Under 5 on the play clock. Gabriel looks, throws, connects, another first down. That's Strong moving the sticks. Good protection by the offensive line.
Good protection there gives Dylan Gabriel the time he needs. No pressure, just finding his running back. Great job by Pierre Strong. Hey, find that open space just past the sticks, sit down, make